Welcome to the deep dive, everyone. Our mission today is to explore this really fascinating case of, well, automotive split personality.
Oh, yeah. It's a crazy one.
Right. We're pulling from some European car reviews and a really detailed YouTube comparison to see how, like, one single vehicle can essentially live two completely different lives.
Two totally different lives, exactly.
So, to kick us off, just imagine you're at a restaurant, right? You order two dishes from the very same kitchen made with, identical base ingredients.
Okay, I'm with you.
But when they arrive at your table, one is this spicy, avant-garde masterpiece, and the other is just your favorite reliable comfort food.
Which is a perfect analogy for what's happening right now with two electric hatchbacks, the Cupra Born and the Volkswagen ID.3 Neo.
Exactly. I mean, underneath the sheet metal, these two cars are basically mechanical twins.
Yeah, they both sit on Volkswagen's MEB platform.
Right, and for those unfamiliar, you can think of that platform like a giant motorized skateboard that different car bodies can just, snap right onto.
Snap right onto, yeah. And they share the exact same rear-wheel drive systems and carbon copy battery packs, too.
Yep, giving you both the 58 and 79 kilowatt hour options. And with that larger battery, you can hit DC fast charging speeds up to 183 kilowatts.
Which is pretty fast.
It really is. In the real world, that means you can grab an 80% charge in about the time it takes to eat lunch. Though sitting at a charging station can still get a bit tedious if the nearby coffee shop happens to be closed.
Oh, definitely. There's nothing worse than a closed coffee shop when you're stuck charging.
Mm.
But, that shared skateboard chassis is what makes this whole thing so fascinating.
How so?
Well, by using one unified industrial foundation, Volkswagen is basically proving that you can tune the exact same raw materials to produce two wildly different emotional experiences.
Wow, yeah. So they save money on the invisible parts to invest heavily in how the car actually makes you feel.
Exactly. It's a masterclass in modern manufacturing.
But, I mean, if the hardware is identical, how did the engineers actually manage to make them feel so radically different from the driver's seat?
It really comes down to this idea of brain versus heart.
Ah, okay. So the ID.3 Neo is the brain, obviously.
Right, totally the brain.
It's designed to be clean, mature, and just hyper efficient. Like, the software managing the electric motor is programmed to ease into the power, keeping your morning coffee perfectly level.
Yeah, it doesn't spill.
Plus, you get this massive 12.9-inch touchscreen, super intuitive controls, and a beautifully quiet cabin that practically just disappears under you on the highway.
Which is fantastic for a daily commute, sure.
Yeah.
But if I'm buying an electric hot hatch, I don't want the car to just disappear,
Right, you want to feel it.
Exactly. I want to feel the drive. And that's where the Cupra steps in as the heart.
So they didn't change the physical motors.
No, they didn't. Instead, they just changed the software telling those motors how to behave.
Oh.
Yeah, the Cupra's throttle mapping dumps that torque immediately, so you really feel it in your chest. And they tweaked the steering ratios so it reacts way faster to your inputs.
And you see that whole attitude reflected in the design, too. It intentionally sacrifices some of that soft, quiet smoothness for pure aggression.
Oh, definitely.
You've got that sharper lower nose, intricate copper details all over the place, and those deeply bolstered bucket seats.
And it all peaks with the Born's VZ version.
Right. The VZ packs 326 horsepower and hits 62 miles per hour in just 5.6 seconds.
Which is incredibly quick.
It is. And to handle that, they swap in a much stiffer sport suspension. Though I have to say, feeling every single inch of the road can get a bit tiring on your lower back if the road surface is really rough.
Oh, for sure. Your back will feel it on a bad road.
Mm-hmm.
But the Volkswagen aims for that universal usability, while the Cupra uses the software and suspension tuning to really chase that edge and dynamic response.
So the Cupra gives you a stiffer ride, sharper software, aggressive styling, but underneath it is still that identical battery and motor.
Yep, same exact core.
Which makes the price gap incredibly hard to ignore. The ID.3 is clearly the value play here. It starts much cheaper, around 30,800 pounds or 33,995 euros.
Right.
Meanwhile, the Cupra demands a pretty noticeable premium, starting up near 39,990 euros. So I have to ask you, why pay more? Just take a second to really think about that.
Yeah, it's a tough question to answer on paper.
I bet.
Because when you buy the Cupra, you really aren't paying for better hardware or more range. You are paying for an identity.
The ID.3 is the rational, easy-to-justify daily driver.
Exactly. It is the smart choice.
Mhm.
But the Born is for buyers who just refuse to let logic win every single time.
You want an EV that makes you smile when you walk up to it in the parking lot.
Exactly that.
So it's the spicy avant-garde dish versus the comfort food. But, here's where it gets really interesting to think about for the future.
What's that?
Well, if car makers can engineer two completely different souls out of identical batteries and motors today, what does that mean for the future of cars?
Right. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it raises an incredible possibility.
Like what?
As cars become more digital and software defined, will we eventually just be downloading new personalities for our vehicles overnight?
Oh man, like you could drive the comfortable ID.3 on a Monday and then just download the aggressive Cupra Born suspension and throttle tuning for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a restaurant where the menu changes from comfort food to a spicy masterpiece just by pushing a button on your app.
That is a wild thought.
Now that is really something to chew on. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
Thanks for listening.